In just 5 hours, humanity shattered the galaxy's expectations and ended a centuries-old war. The year was 2157, and Earth's outermost colony on Mars faced an unprecedented threat. Tyler Taylor, the 35-year-old head of Earth's Defense Force, sat rigid in his command chair as the urgent transmission from the Martian governor flickered to life on his screen. "They're here," the governor's voice crackled, fear evident in every syllable. "The Rizians have invaded Mars." Before Tyler could process the implications, alarms blared throughout the command center. A massive alien battlecruiser had materialized in Earth's orbit, its hull gleaming with otherworldly technology. From its bowels emerged a shuttle carrying Laros, the Rizian ambassador. Tyler's mind raced as he prepared to meet the alien diplomat aboard the International Space Station. He knew the stakes couldn't be higher. Humanity's very existence hung in the balance. The meeting was tense, the air thick with unspoken threats. Laros, a tall, imposing figure with iridescent skin, spoke with a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of space itself. "Your primitive species has two choices," Laros declared, his multifaceted eyes gleaming with disdain. "Surrender within 24 hours or face total annihilation. We have conquered over 50 alien civilizations in our galactic conquest. You stand no chance." Tyler's face remained impassive, betraying nothing of the secret knowledge he carried. For decades, humans had developed advanced weaponry and defense systems in utmost secrecy. The Rizians, in their arrogance, had grossly underestimated Earth's capabilities. As Laros returned to his ship, confident in Rizian superiority, Tyler sprang into action. He activated Earth's hidden military installations on the Moon and in deep space, ordering the immediate deployment of their stealth fleet. A global defense protocol was initiated, mobilizing Earth's military forces and activating a planetary shield that had remained invisible to alien eyes. The United Nations convened in an emergency session, the chamber buzzing with tension. World leaders, faces grim with determination, unanimously voted to reject the Rizian ultimatum. They authorized a counterattack, placing their trust in Tyler's leadership. Now, in command of Earth's combined military might, Tyler devised a daring strategy. He planned a multi-pronged assault on Rizian forces, leveraging Earth's secret weapons, including an electromagnetic pulse device capable of disabling alien technology, and tactics unknown to the invaders. As the 24-hour deadline loomed, Tyler positioned Earth's forces for the impending battle. He stood at the command center, surrounded by holographic displays showing troop movements and weapon systems coming online. The weight of humanity's fate pressed down on his shoulders, but his resolve remained unshaken. Little did the Rizians know, their ultimatum had sealed their own fate. In just 5 hours, humanity would demonstrate why they should never have been underestimated. The galaxy was about to witness the dawn of a new power, one that would reshape the cosmic order in ways no one could have predicted. As the final minutes of the 24-hour ultimatum ticked away, Tyler Taylor's fingers flew across the holographic interface, initiating Earth's counterattack. He took a deep breath, steadying himself for the momentous task ahead. "Activate Operation Shadow Strike," he commanded, his voice echoing through the command center. Instantly, Earth's stealth fleet emerged from their hidden lunar bases. The sleek, black vessels slipped silently through space, their advanced cloaking technology rendering them invisible to Rizian sensors. As they approached the massive alien battlecruiser, Tyler watched the tactical display with intense focus. "EMP generators online," reported Lieutenant Chen, her eyes fixed on her console. "Ready on your mark, sir." Tyler nodded. "Execute." A global network of electromagnetic pulse generators hummed to life. In a fraction of a second, a powerful burst of energy rippled across Earth's orbit. The effect was immediate and devastating. The Rizian battlecruiser's lights flickered and died, its weapon systems going dark. Panic-stricken alien chatter filled the airwaves as their communication systems sputtered and failed. Seizing the moment, Tyler barked his next order. "Launch kinetic strike package, all silos." Deep beneath the Earth's surface, massive silos burst open. Projectiles, accelerated to near-relativistic speeds, streaked toward the vulnerable Rizian ship. The impacts were spectacular, each strike puncturing the alien hull and sending shockwaves through the massive vessel. On the main view screen, Tyler watched as Earth's stealth fleet decloaked, engaging the stricken Rizian battlecruiser at close range. The human ships danced around their larger opponent, their superior maneuverability evident in every evasive action and precision strike. "Major Boyd, you have a go," Tyler said into his comm unit. "Initiate Operation Martian Thunder." On the red plains of Mars, Major Sarah Boyd and her team of elite commandos sprang into action. Their exosuits hummed with power as they bounded across the Martian landscape, closing in on the Rizian ground forces. "Copy that command," Boyd responded, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. "Commencing infiltration now." The commandos moved with practiced efficiency, their enhanced strength and agility allowing them to overcome Martian gravity with ease. They slipped past Rizian patrols, using the planet's rugged terrain to mask their approach. Boyd signaled her team as they reached their first objective, a Rizian command post. "Charges set," she whispered into her comm, "detonating in 3, 2, 1. A series of explosions rocked the Martian colony, destroying key Rizian installations and throwing their invasion force into chaos. Alien soldiers scrambled for cover, their coordinated assault dissolving into confusion. Back on Earth, Tyler processed the flood of incoming data. The battle was unfolding across multiple fronts, and he needed to stay one step ahead of the Rizians' attempts to regroup. "Sir," called out Commander Reyes, "Rizian forces are attempting to establish a new command structure. They're adapting faster than anticipated." Tyler's mind raced, considering his options. Then a thin smile crossed his face. "It's time to show them what we're really capable of. Launch the AI drone fighters." At his command, hangar bays across Earth opened, releasing swarms of unmanned craft. These fighters, guided by cutting-edge machine learning algorithms, moved with a level of coordination that stunned even their human controllers. The AI drones swarmed around the Rizian positions, striking with precision and retreating before the aliens could effectively counter. The Rizians, clearly unprepared for this display of technological prowess, struggled to mount an effective defense. In orbit, the battle reached a fever pitch. Earth's stealth fleet, working in concert with the kinetic energy weapons, had pushed the Rizian battlecruiser to its breaking point. Explosions bloomed across its hull as critical systems failed one after another. Tyler watched as the massive alien ship began to turn, attempting to retreat. "Not so fast," he muttered, then spoke clearly into his comm. "Activate the orbital defense grid." Hidden satellites came online, their high-energy laser weapons locking on to the fleeing Rizian vessel. Beams of concentrated energy lanced out, cutting off every possible escape route. As Tyler prepared to give the order for the final assault, an urgent message flashed across his screen. It was from Dr. Alara Vex, Earth's leading xenobiologist. "Commander Taylor," Dr. Vex's excited voice came through. "I've made a breakthrough. We've identified a critical weakness in Rizian physiology. There's a way to incapacitate them without causing permanent harm." Tyler's brow furrowed as he considered this new information. The battle was all but won, Earth's superior strategy and hidden technological advancements having overwhelmed the Rizian forces. Yet this discovery presented a new possibility, one that could shape humanity's future in the galactic community. "What exactly are you proposing, Doctor?" Tyler asked, his mind already racing with the potential implications. "A targeted electromagnetic frequency," Dr. Vex explained rapidly. "It disrupts their neural pathways, rendering them unconscious without any lasting damage. We could deploy it through our EMP network, affecting all Rizian forces simultaneously." Tyler's fingers drummed on his armrest as he weighed his options. The Rizians had invaded Earth, threatened humanity with annihilation. The tactical part of his mind argued for pressing the advantage, eliminating the threat entirely. Yet the potential for a non-lethal solution, one that could lead to communication and possibly peace, was tantalizing. He looked up at the main view screen, where the battered Rizian battlecruiser hung suspended in space, trapped by Earth's defenses. In that moment, Tyler Taylor stood at a crossroads, the fate of two species resting on his decision. Tyler's mind raced as he processed Dr. Vex's proposal. The tactical advantage of a non-lethal solution was clear, but the risks were equally apparent. He took a deep breath, his decision crystallizing. Dr. Vex, you have a go. Coordinate with our defense teams to integrate your electromagnetic frequency into our EMP network. I want deployment capability within the hour. Understood, Commander. We'll make it happen, Dr. Vex replied, her voice crackling with excitement and tenacity. Tyler turned to his command staff. Maintain our current offensive posture. We need to keep the Rizians off balance while Dr. Vex's team works. The command center erupted into a flurry of activity. Scientists and military personnel collaborated in a race against time, their efforts fueled by the knowledge that every second counted. In orbit, Earth's stealth fleet continued to harry the massive Rizian battlecruiser. The AI-controlled drone fighters executed complex maneuvers, probing for weaknesses in the alien defenses. Suddenly, a tactical officer called out, "Sir, we've detected a fluctuation in their shield configuration." Tyler leaned forward, his eyes fixed on the holographic display. "Exploit it. All drones concentrate fire on that weak point." The swarm of AI fighters instantly adjusted their attack pattern. They struck with surgical precision, their coordinated assault overwhelming the Rizian shields. A series of explosions blossomed across the alien ship's hull as its main power core faltered and failed. "Direct hit," the tactical officer reported. "The Rizian vessel is losing power. They're adrift, sir." A grim smile played across Tyler's lips. "Excellent work. Maintain containment protocols. We don't want any surprises." On Mars, Major Sarah Boyd and her team had made significant progress. They moved like shadows through the Rizian-occupied colony, their advanced exosuits allowing them to outmaneuver the alien invaders at every turn. Boyd's voice came through the comm, terse and professional. "Command, this is Fire Team Alpha. We've breached the Rizian Command Center. Engaging hostiles now." The sounds of combat filtered through the channel, the staccato burst of energy weapons, the crash of bodies hitting the ground. After a few tense moments, Boyd's voice returned. "Command center secure. We've captured several high-ranking Rizian officers, awaiting further instructions." Tyler's mind raced with the implications. "Excellent work, Major. Secure your prisoners and stand by for extraction. That intel could be crucial." As the battle raged across multiple fronts, Dr. Vex's team worked feverishly to synthesize their biological agent. In a makeshift lab, scientists in hazmat suits carefully manipulated alien DNA samples, their movements precise and deliberate. Dr. Vex approached Tyler, her face flushed with exertion beneath her protective visor. "Commander, we've done it. The agent is ready for deployment. It will incapacitate the Rizians without causing permanent harm." Tyler nodded, his expression grave. "Load it into our missile systems. Prepare for simultaneous deployment in orbit and on the ground." As the final preparations were made, an urgent message flashed across Tyler's screen. It was from Admiral Zor, the Rizian Supreme Commander. "Human forces?" The alien's translated voice crackled through the speakers. "We request an immediate ceasefire to discuss terms. Your unexpected resistance has forced us to re-evaluate our position." Tyler exchanged glances with his senior staff. This was an opportunity, but caution was paramount. "Admiral Zor," Tyler replied, his voice steady. "We are willing to entertain a ceasefire, but we will maintain our combat readiness. Any hostile action will be met with immediate and overwhelming force. Do you understand?" "Understood, Commander," Zor responded, a note of resignation in his voice. With the temporary truce in place, Tyler gave the order. "Deploy the biological agent. All units stand ready to move in and secure Rizian positions." Specially designed missiles streaked through the atmosphere and into orbit. They detonated above Rizian concentrations, releasing a fine mist that slowly descended upon the alien forces. Within minutes, reports began flooding in from all fronts. Rizian ground forces are collapsing. Alien ship crews are reporting widespread disorientation. The Martian invasion force is in full retreat. Tyler watched the tactical displays as the Rizian forces crumbled. Earth's military moved swiftly, securing alien positions and disarming the incapacitated invaders. Medical teams followed close behind, providing assistance to the affected Rizians. Admiral Zor's image appeared on the main view screen, his alien features contorted in a mixture of confusion and awe. How is this possible? Your species was supposed to be primitive, defenseless. Tyler stood tall, facing the alien commander. Admiral, humanity has been aware of the galactic community for decades. We've been preparing, innovating, and advancing in secret. Your invasion was not unexpected, merely premature. Zor's multifaceted eyes blinked rapidly as he processed this information. After a long moment, he spoke again, his voice heavy with defeat. Commander Taylor, on behalf of the Rizian Empire, I formally surrender to Earth's forces. We underestimated you, gravely. As news of Earth's victory spread across the galaxy, the command center was inundated with transmissions. Representatives from dozens of worlds, all previously conquered by the Rizians, reached out to Earth seeking alliance and protection. Tyler turned to his communications officer. Get me the UN Security Council. They need to be briefed immediately. Our role in the galaxy has just changed dramatically. As the immediate crisis subsided, Tyler found himself facing new challenges. Dr. Vex and her team had already begun studying the captured Rizian technology, their excitement palpable as they explored the possibilities of integrating it with Earth systems. In a quiet moment amidst the chaos, Tyler stood before a window, gazing out at the stars. The enormity of what had transpired in the past few hours deeply affected on him. Humanity had not only survived its first contact with a hostile alien species, but had emerged victorious, poised to become a major player in galactic politics. He knew the real work was only beginning. There would be diplomatic challenges, technological hurdles, and the massive task of integrating Earth into the wider galactic community. But for now, in this moment of triumph, Tyler allowed himself a small smile. The comm unit on his wrist beeped, pulling him back to the present. It was time to address the people of Earth, to reveal the full scope of what had transpired, and to prepare them for the incredible journey that lay ahead. Tyler squared his shoulders and turned back to the command center, ready to lead humanity into its new era as a galactic power. Tyler took a deep breath, steeling himself for the momentous task ahead. As he strode back into the command center, a hush fell over the bustling room. All eyes turned to their leader, the man who had guided humanity through its first interstellar conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler began, his voice steady and clear. We stand at a crossroads. Our victory today has reshaped the galactic landscape. Now, we must decide how to wield this newfound power and responsibility. He activated a holographic display, showcasing the extent of Earth's triumph. Rizian ships hung dormant in orbit, their crews incapacitated. On the ground, human forces secured alien positions with clockwork efficiency. I've called for an emergency session of the United Nations Security Council, Tyler continued. We need to present a united front as we step onto the galactic stage. Hours later, Tyler found himself addressing the assembled world leaders. The gravity of the situation was palpable as he laid out his comprehensive plan for Earth's engagement with alien civilizations. We must approach this new era with caution and wisdom, Tyler emphasized. Our immediate priority is to establish diplomatic channels with the civilizations formerly under Rizian control. We'll offer protection and aid, positioning Earth as a stabilizing force in the galaxy. Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber. Tyler then gestured to a woman standing nearby. I'd like to introduce Dr. Ilara Vex, the brilliant mind behind our non-lethal solution to the Rizian threat. Dr. Vex stepped forward, her eyes bright with enthusiasm. Distinguished leaders, the Rizian invasion has provided us with an unprecedented opportunity to study alien biology. I propose a medical program to treat the affected Rizian soldiers, demonstrating our commitment to ethical warfare and interspecies cooperation. The response was overwhelmingly positive. As the session concluded, Tyler felt a surge of pride. Earth was taking its first steps towards becoming a galactic power with compassion and intelligence. In the days that followed, Tyler's attention turned to the captured Rizian commander, Admiral Jor. The alien sat across from him in a secure conference room, his multifaceted eyes reflecting a mix of defeat and curiosity. "Admiral," Tyler began, "we're prepared to offer fair treatment to your troops in exchange for your cooperation. We need information about the Rizian Empire's structure and military installations." Jor considered for a moment before responding. "Your species has proven itself worthy adversaries, and perhaps worthy allies. I will provide the information you seek." With Zor's cooperation, Earth gained invaluable intelligence about the galactic political landscape. Tyler wasted no time in putting this knowledge to use. He established the Interspecies Cooperation Initiative, ICI, a joint task force that brought together human experts and cooperative Rizian prisoners. The ICI's first meeting was a sight to behold. Humans and Rizians sat side by side, their initial wariness giving way to shared purpose as they tackled the power vacuum left by the Rizian Empire's defeat. Meanwhile, on Mars, Major Sarah Boyd and her team made a startling discovery. As they secured the last Rizian stronghold, they uncovered a vast underground base teeming with advanced technology. "Commander Taylor," Boyd reported, her voice tinged with awe. "You need to see this. The Rizians were developing weapon prototypes that make our most advanced tech look like children's toys." Tyler immediately dispatched a team of Earth's top scientists to Mars. The integration of Rizian technology with human innovation led to unprecedented advancements. Within weeks, Earth's space travel capabilities had improved tenfold, and breakthroughs in energy production promised to revolutionize life on Earth. As news of Earth's victory spread across the galaxy, other powers took notice. The arrival of the Zarn Confederation's envoy marked a crucial moment in humanity's galactic debut. Krelix, the Zarn ambassador, was a striking figure. His iridescent skin shimmed as he addressed Tyler and Earth's leaders. "We have watched your species with great interest," Krelix said, his translator conveying a mix of admiration and wariness. "Your defeat of the Rizians was unexpected. The Zarn Confederation seeks to understand your intentions in this new galactic order." Recognizing the delicate nature of this first official contact, Tyler proposed a diplomatic summit. "We invite the Zarn Confederation, along with representatives from the civilizations formerly under Rizian control, to join us in forging a new galactic alliance," he announced. As preparations for the summit began, Earth faced its first major challenge in its new role. Reports flooded in of terrorist attacks on human colonies and newly liberated worlds. A group of Rizian extremists, unwilling to accept defeat, had launched a campaign of violence. Tyler knew he had to act decisively. He authorized the formation of an elite multinational task force, drawing from the best soldiers and operatives Earth and its new allies had to offer. The task force's first mission targeted a Rizian extremist cell on a remote moon of Jupiter. Tyler watched from the command center as the operation unfolded. Human soldiers fought alongside former Rizian prisoners, their coordinated efforts dismantling the terrorist threat with surgical precision. As the summit approached, tensions ran high. Intelligence reports warned of a possible assassination attempt planned by the Rizian extremists. Tyler gathered his top advisors to devise a strategy. "We can't let fear dictate our actions," Tyler insisted. "This summit is our chance to show the galaxy that Earth is committed to peace and cooperation. We'll increase security, but the summit goes forward as planned." The day of the summit arrived. As delegates from across the galaxy converged on Earth, Tyler stood at the entrance to the United Nations headquarters. He greeted each representative personally, from the towering Zarn ambassador to the diminutive envoy of a newly liberated world. As Tyler prepared to deliver his opening address, he caught sight of Dr. Vex in the audience. She gave him a reassuring nod, a reminder of how far they had come. Taking a deep breath, Tyler stepped up to the podium, ready to guide humanity into its new era as a galactic power. Power as Tyler approached the podium. The weight of history pressed upon his shoulders as he prepared to address the assembled delegates. He took a deep breath, steadying himself before speaking. Distinguished representatives, honored guests, I stand before you today not just as a leader of Earth, but as a citizen of our vast and diverse galaxy. Tyler began, his voice clear and resonant. We gather here in the spirit of cooperation, seeking to forge a new path forward for all our peoples. As Tyler continued his speech, outlining Earth's vision for a galactic alliance, Dr. Vex monitored the advanced security systems from a hidden control room. Holographic displays flickered with real-time data from the integrated human vision scanners, while AI algorithms processed countless variables to identify potential threats. Station 7, adjust sensitivity on the quantum detectors? Dr. Vex instructed, her eyes darting between screens. We're picking up some anomalous readings near the south entrance. Outside the conference center, Major Sarah Boyd led her multinational task force through final preparations. Human soldiers worked alongside former Rizian prisoners, checking equipment and reviewing tactical plans. Remember, team, Boyd said, her voice low and intense, we're not just protecting Earth today, we're safeguarding the future of interstellar peace. Stay sharp. As the summit progressed, Tyler engaged in intense discussions with various alien representatives. He found himself particularly intrigued by Kralax, the Zarn ambassador, whose iridescent skin seemed to shift colors with each carefully chosen word. Your proposal is ambitious, Commander Taylor, Kralax said, his translator conveying a mix of admiration and skepticism. But how can Earth guarantee the safety of its allies when you yourselves were so recently under attack? Tyler was about to respond when an urgent alert flashed across his neural implant. Dr. Vex's voice echoed in his mind. Commander, we've detected a Rizian extremist cell attempting to breach the perimeter. Major Boyd's team is moving to intercept. Without missing a beat, Tyler turned back to Kralax. Ambassador, you're about to witness firsthand how Earth protects its friends. Outside, Boyd's team sprang into action. Their exosuits, enhanced with reverse-engineered Rizian technology, allowed them to move with preternatural speed and agility. Cloaking fields shimmered around them as they closed in on the would-be assassins. Team Bravo, flank left, Boyd ordered, her voice calm despite the adrenaline surging through her. Charlie, deploy sonic disruptors. Let's end this quickly and quietly. The clash was over in moments. The Rizian extremists, caught off guard by the advanced human-alien hybrid technology, were swiftly neutralized without a single shot fired. As Boyd's team secured the prisoners, she couldn't help but feel a surge of pride in what humanity had accomplished in such a short time. Back inside the conference center, news of the thwarted attack spread quickly. Tyler watched as the mood in the room shifted, with many representatives now looking at Earth's delegation with newfound respect. As you can see, Ambassador Kralax, Tyler said, allowing himself a small smile, Earth takes the safety of its allies very seriously. The Zarn ambassador's multifaceted eyes blinked rapidly, a sign of what Tyler had come to recognize as surprise. Indeed, Commander, it seems we have underestimated your species once again. As the summit entered its final day, Dr. Vex approached Tyler with scarcely controlled excitement. Commander, I have news that will change everything, she said, her eyes shining. My team has done it. We've cracked the Rizian FTL drive technology. Tyler's eyebrows shot up. Are you certain? Absolutely, Vex replied. Not only have we reverse-engineered it, but we've also made significant improvements. This new drive system will revolutionize interstellar travel. Tyler nodded, his mind racing with the implications. Prepare a presentation for the delegates. This could be the key to cementing Earth's position in the alliance. As Dr. Vex made her announcement to the assembled representatives, Tyler observed the reactions around the room. Many delegates leaned forward, their expressions a mix of awe and calculation. He noted with interest that Kralax remained unusually still, the Zarn's iridescent skin taking on a deep, thoughtful hue. The revelation of Earth's FTL breakthrough seemed to galvanize support for the proposed alliance. As the final votes were tallied, it became clear that Earth's vision for a new galactic order would become a reality. Amidst the celebration, Tyler received an urgent message from Admiral Jor. The Rizian's face appeared on a secure holographic display, his alien features etched with concern. "Commander Taylor," Zor began, his voice low and urgent. "There's something you must know. The Empire had a secret weapon, a device capable of destroying entire star systems. If it falls into the wrong hands, the consequences would be catastrophic." Tyler felt a chill run down his spine. "Where is this weapon now?" "Hidden in a remote sector of what was once Rizian space," Zor replied. "I can provide coordinates, but retrieving it will be extremely dangerous." Tyler's mind raced, weighing the risks and potential rewards. "Thank you, Admiral. We'll handle this with the utmost discretion." As he ended the transmission, Tyler knew that Earth's first true test as a galactic peacekeeper was about to begin. He reached for his comm unit, signaling Major Boyd. "Sarah, I need you to assemble your best team. We have a critical mission, one that could determine the fate of the entire galaxy." Boyd's voice came back, steady and determined. "Understood, sir. We'll be ready." As Tyler prepared to brief the newly formed Galactic Council on this development, he couldn't shake the feeling that they were standing on the precipice of something monumental. The decisions made in the coming days would shape the course of interstellar history for generations to come. Little did he know that at that very moment, the Zarn Confederation was already setting plans in motion to secure the Rizian superweapon for themselves. As Krellick slipped away from the conference center, he activated a hidden communicator, speaking in a language no human translator could decipher. The stage was set for a high-stakes race across the stars, with the fate of humanity and all alien species hanging in the balance. Balance. As Tyler contemplated the gravity of Admiral Jor's revelation, alarms blared throughout the command center. Holographic displays flickered to life, showing a fleet of ships emerging from hyperspace near the coordinates of the hidden Rizian superweapon. "Sir, we've detected multiple Rizian signatures," a technician reported, her fingers flying over the control panel. "They appear to be remnants of the Empire's fleet." Tyler's eyes narrowed. "Alert Major Boyd. Her team needs to move now." Aboard the stealth frigate Shadowhawk, Major Sarah Boyd received the transmission. She turned to her squad, a mix of human soldiers and former Rizian prisoners, their exosuits gleaming with integrated alien tech. "Change of plans, people. We've got company," Boyd announced, her voice steady despite the tension in the air. "Prep for immediate insertion. We're going in hot." As the Shadowhawk approached the facility housing the superweapon, the ship's AI chirped a warning. "Multiple hostiles detected. Evasive maneuvers recommended." Boyd strapped herself into the pilot's seat, her neural implant linking with the ship's systems. "Time to see what this new FTL drive can do," she muttered. With a thought, Boyd engaged the experimental drive. The stars outside stretched into lines, then snapped back into place as the Shadowhawk blinked in and out of reality. The pursuing Rizian ships, caught off guard by the human vessel's impossible maneuvers, scattered in confusion. "Breaching point reached," the AI announced. "Outer defenses bypassed." Boyd nodded to her team. "Let's move." They burst from the Shadowhawk's deployment bay, their exosuits' thrusters carrying them through the vacuum of space. As they approached the facility's airlock, Rizian energy bolts sizzled past them. "Schmidt, Zarlak, cover us," Boyd ordered. The human-Rizian duo activated their suits' shield generators, creating a barrier of shimmering energy that deflected the incoming fire. The rest of the team worked quickly to override the airlock's security. With a hiss of equalizing pressure, the team entered the facility. Boyd's eyes widened as she took in the cavernous interior. At the center stood a massive device, pulsing with an otherworldly energy. "On command, this is Boyd," she reported. "We've located the weapon, but it's like nothing we've ever seen." As the team moved deeper into the facility, they encountered scattered groups of Rizian guards. The close quarters turned each encounter into a frenzied melee of energy blades and short-range blasters. Boyd's exosuit, with its enhanced strength and reaction time, proved invaluable as she dispatched foe after foe. "Ma'am," one of her lieutenants called out, gesturing to a nearby console. "I've accessed their database. This weapon, it doesn't just destroy star systems, it can create artificial wormholes." Boyd felt a chill run down her spine. If this fell into the wrong hands? Exactly, the lieutenant nodded grimly. "All right, let's secure this thing and get out of here," Boyd ordered. "Download everything you can from their systems." As the team worked to secure the weapon and its data, Boyd's comm crackled to life. Commander Taylor's voice came through, tense and urgent. "Major, be advised. We've detected a Zarn fleet on an intercept course to your position. Admiral Steele is en route with our rapid response fleet, but you need to accelerate your timeline." Boyd cursed under her breath. "Understood, sir. We're working as fast as we can." Just then, an alarm blared through the facility. Red lights began flashing, and a computerized voice announced something in the Rizian language. Ma'am?" One of the former Rizian prisoners on her team translated, his face pale. "That's a failsafe. If we try to remove the weapon, it'll detonate." Boyd's mind raced, weighing their options. With a Zarn fleet incoming and no way to safely transport the weapon, there was only one choice. We're going to overload it," she announced. "Controlled detonation. It's the only way to ensure this technology doesn't fall into the wrong hands." Her team looked at her with a mix of shock and drive. They knew the risks, but they also understood the stakes. As Boyd's team began the delicate process of overloading the weapon systems, chaos erupted in space around them. Admiral Steele's rapid response fleet dropped out of FTL, their ships dripping with weapons that melded human ingenuity with reverse-engineered Rizian tech. "All ships engage cloaking systems," Steele ordered from the bridge of his flagship. "Prepare for silent running." The Earth fleet seemed to shimmer and vanish, becoming invisible to both sensors and the naked eye. As the Zarn forces approached, they found themselves suddenly under attack from enemies they couldn't see or detect. Human ships, utilizing their superior maneuverability and the element of surprise, danced between the larger Zarn vessels. Precision strikes from energy weapons punched through shields and armor, crippling key systems. Back in the facility, Boyd's team worked feverishly to complete their task. The weapon's core pulsed with increasing intensity, the air around it shimmering with awe-inspiring energy. "Ma'am, we've got incoming," one of her soldiers shouted, pointing to a security feed showing Zarn troops breaching another section of the facility. Boyd gritted her teeth. "Hold them off, we need more time." As part of her team engaged the Zarn forces in a firefight, Boyd focused on finalizing the overload sequence. The facility shuddered around them, systems beginning to fail as the weapon's energy output spiraled beyond its design parameters. "It's done," Boyd announced, her voice steady despite the chaos. "We've got 5 minutes to clear out before this place goes critical." Leading her team through collapsing corridors and past sparking equipment, Boyd coordinated with Admiral Steele for extraction. The human-alien hybrid tech in their exosuits allowed them to push through obstacles that would have stopped a normal squad in their tracks. As they reached the outer sections of the facility, Boyd saw a Zarn soldier aiming a weapon at one of her team members. Without hesitation, she launched herself forward, her exosuit's enhanced speed allowing her to cross the distance in a heartbeat. She tackled the Zarn, using her suit's strength to overpower the alien before it could fire. "Go!" she shouted to her team, gesturing toward the extraction point where Steele's ships were waiting. The facility's final moments were a blur of failing gravity, electrical fires, and desperate sprints through decompressing chambers. Boyd's team pushed their equipment to its limits, relying on their training and the advanced tech to overcome each obstacle. As the last member of her squad boarded the extraction ship, Boyd turned to take one final look at the facility. The superweapon's core was now a blinding point of light, reality itself seeming to warp around it. "Major, we need to leave now." Admiral Steele's voice crackled through her comm. Boyd nodded, stepped aboard, and sealed the airlock behind her. As their ship rocketed away from the doomed facility, she watched through a view screen as the structure imploded, taking with it one of the most dangerous weapons the galaxy had ever known. In the aftermath of the battle, as Earth's fleet regrouped and began the journey home, Boyd accessed a secure channel to Commander Taylor. "Mission accomplished, sir," she reported, exhaustion evident in her voice. "The weapon has been neutralized, and we've secured critical data on its systems." Taylor's relief was palpable even through the comm system. "Excellent work, Major. Your team's actions today may have just saved the galaxy. Return to Earth as soon as possible. We have a lot of work ahead of us." As Boyd ended the transmission, she looked around at her team. Despite their fatigue, there was a sense of pride in their eyes. They had faced impossible odds and emerged victorious. But as they set course for Earth, Boyd couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of a much larger conflict. In the vast expanse of space, as stars streaked by the viewports, humanity's newest chapter in the galactic stage was unfolding. The choices made in the coming days would shape the destiny of not just Earth, but countless worlds across the cosmos. As the Earth fleet emerged from FTL, the familiar blue-green orb of humanity's homeworld filled the view screens. Colonel Sarah Boyd felt a wave of relief wash over her, tempered by the weight of responsibility that came with their hard-won victory. The debriefing at Earth Command stretched for hours. Commander Tyler Taylor listened intently as Boyd and Admiral Steele recounted the mission to neutralize the Rizian superweapon. As the meeting concluded, Taylor stood, his expression grave. "Your actions have secured humanity's place in the galactic community," he said. "But our work is far from done." In the days that followed, Earth buzzed with activity. News of the successful mission spread rapidly, and humanity found itself thrust into the spotlight of interstellar politics. The Galactic Council, impressed by Earth's handling of the crisis, convened an emergency session. Taylor stood before the assembled alien dignitaries, his posture straight and confident. "Honored members of the Council, I come before you today not just as a representative of Earth, but as a voice for peace and stability in our shared galaxy." The chamber fell silent as Taylor spoke, outlining humanity's commitment to galactic security. As he concluded his address, the Council's decision was unanimous. Earth would be granted a permanent seat, recognizing their new role as peacekeepers. While Taylor navigated the complex waters of galactic diplomacy, Earth's scientific community was hard at work. Dr. Alara Vex, a brilliant physicist with a shock of white hair and piercing green eyes, led the team analyzing the data extracted from the Rizian facility. In her lab deep beneath the surface of Geneva, Dr. Vex pored over holographic displays of complex equations. "There," she muttered, her fingers dancing through the air as she manipulated the data. "The key is in the subspace fold harmonics." Her team watched in awe as the equations shifted, revealing a new paradigm of faster-than-light travel. "We've done it," Vex announced, a rare smile crossing her face. "This will revolutionize interstellar travel." The breakthrough in FTL technology catapulted Earth to the forefront of galactic innovation. As new shipyards sprang up in orbit, gleaming vessels took shape, incorporating the advanced drive systems born from Dr. Vex's research. On Mars, Colonel Sarah Boyd, newly promoted to her rank, oversaw the construction of the Interstellar Peacekeeping Academy. The sprawling complex built into the red Martian landscape would serve as a crucible for a new generation of defenders. Boyd stood before the first class of cadets, a mix of humans and aliens from allied species. "You are the future of galactic security," she declared, her voice carrying across the assembly hall. "Together, we will forge a peace that spans the stars." As Earth's influence grew, new challenges emerged. In a secure briefing room, Taylor received a report that sent a chill down his spine. Intelligence Officer Kai Chen's hologram flickered as he delivered the news. "Sir, we've detected unusual activity at the edge of known space," Chen reported. "An unknown species, highly advanced, rapidly expanding their territory. We're calling them the Krolthok." Taylor's mind raced, processing the implications. What do we know about their capabilities? Chen's expression was grim. Preliminary data suggests technology on par with or exceeding Rizian levels, and sir, all signs point to hostile intent. With this new threat looming, Taylor knew he had to act quickly. He called an emergency session of the Galactic Council, presenting the intelligence on the Krolthak expansion. We cannot afford to wait and see what the Krolthak intentions truly are, Taylor argued, his voice echoing through the council chamber. I propose we form a joint task force to investigate and, if necessary, contain this expansion. After heated debate, the council approved the plan. Taylor found himself appointed to lead the operation, a responsibility he accepted with solemn willpower. In Earth's orbital shipyards, Admiral Marcus Steele oversaw the final preparations of the task force fleet. The ships gleamed in the stark light of space, their hulls incorporating the latest advancements in human and alien technology. All systems are go, Admiral, his XO reported. The fleet is ready to depart. Steele nodded, his eyes fixed on the stars beyond. Signal all ships, we jump in 5 minutes. As the fleet engaged their new FTL drives, the fabric of space seemed to ripple and fold. In the blink of an eye, they traversed distances that would have taken weeks with older technology. At the edge of Krolthak space, the fleet dropped out of FTL. Steele's eyes widened at the sight before them. My God, he breathed. An energy barrier of unprecedented scale stretched across multiple star systems, a shimmering wall of light and power. Massive space stations dotted the barrier's length, each pulsing with energy. Sir, his sensor officer called out, those stations, they're each powered by an artificial singularity. Steele's mind reeled at the implications. Hail them, he ordered, all frequencies, all languages we know. Minutes ticked by with no response. Then, without warning, a swarm of objects detached from the barrier. Incoming, the tactical officer shouted. Hundreds of unidentified craft approaching at high speed. The space around the fleet erupted into chaos as the Krolthak drones engaged. They moved with uncanny coordination, their weapons leaving trails of superheated plasma in the void. Aboard the flagship, Steele barked orders as the battle raged. Earthships and their allies fought valiantly, their advanced systems pushing to the limit against the relentless drone swarm. In the midst of the chaos, a small stealth ship detached from the fleet. Inside, Colonel Boyd and her team prepared for a daring mission. We've got one shot at this, Boyd told her squad as they approached one of the massive Krolthak stations. Our job is to get in, gather intel, and if possible, disrupt their operations. As Boyd's team infiltrated the station, they found eerily empty corridors and vast chambers filled with humming machinery. It's like a ghost ship, one of her lieutenants whispered. Deeper into the station, they discovered a central control room. Boyd's eyes widened as she took in the holographic displays and pulsing energy conduits. Start downloading everything, she ordered. We need to know what we're dealing with. As her team worked, Boyd's comm crackled to life. Admiral Steele's voice came through, tense and urgent. Colonel, we can't hold them off much longer. Whatever you're going to do it fast. Boyd looked at the alien systems surrounding them, her mind racing. They needed more time, more information, but the battle raging outside wouldn't wait. With the fate of the mission hanging in the balance, Boyd made her decision. Plant the charges, she ordered her team. We're going to give the Admiral the opening he needs. As Boyd's team raced to sabotage the station systems, the battle outside reached a fever pitch. The Allied fleet, despite their advanced technology, found themselves pushed to the brink by the relentless Krolthak drones. Back on Earth, in Dr. Vex's subterranean lab, alarms blared as new data streamed in from the front lines. The scientist's fingers flew over holographic interfaces, her mind working at lightning speed to decipher the Krolthak barrier's secrets. It's not just a defense, she muttered, her eyes wide with realization. It's a terraforming engine on a cosmic scale. As the pieces fell into place, Dr. Vex knew that the information she uncovered could change the course of the conflict. But with communications to the fleet disrupted by the barrier, getting that information to the front lines would prove to be a challenge of its own. In his command center on Earth, Tyler Taylor coordinated the massive logistical effort supporting the expedition. Holographic displays showed the unfolding battle, each lost ship a painful reminder of the cost of this conflict. Suddenly, a new signal cut through the noise of incoming transmissions. Taylor's brow furrowed as he accepted the call, unprepared for what he was about to hear. A figure shimmered into existence before him, its form unlike any alien race humanity had encountered. "Greetings, Tyler Taylor of Earth," the being said, its voice resonating with an otherworldly timbre. "We are the Guardians, and we have been watching your kind with great interest." Taylor's mind raced, assessing the potential threat or opportunity this new player represented. "What do you want?" he asked, his voice steady despite the tension coursing through him. The Guardian's form shifted, displaying images of ancient conflicts and long-lost civilizations. "We possess knowledge of the Krolthak, knowledge that could turn the tide of your battle, but our aid comes at a price." As the Guardian outlined their proposal, Taylor felt the weight of the decision pressing down on him. The offer of crucial intelligence was tempting, but the mission the Guardians demanded in return was fraught with danger and uncertainty. With Colonel Boyd's team still inside the Krolthak station and Admiral Steele's fleet fighting for survival, Taylor knew that his next decision could determine not just the outcome of the battle, but the future of humanity's place in the galaxy. The Guardian waited patiently as Taylor weighed his options, the fate of countless worlds hanging in the balance. Taylor's eyes narrowed as he processed the Guardian's proposal. The alien being's form shimmered, casting an ethereal glow across the command center. With a deep breath, he made his decision. "Very well," Taylor said, his voice steady. "We accept your offer of aid. What must we do?" The Guardian's form coalesced into a more defined shape, its voice resonating with ancient power. "You must send your most brilliant minds to our hidden outpost. There, we will impart the knowledge you need to overcome the Krolthak threat." Taylor nodded, his mind already racing with the implications. He opened a secure channel to Dr. Alara Vex's lab. "Doctor, I have a mission of utmost importance for you." Dr. Vex's hologram appeared, her white hair disheveled and her green eyes sharp with focus. "Commander Taylor, what's the situation?" Taylor quickly briefed her on the Guardian's offer and the need for a covert mission. Dr. Vex's eyes widened as she grasped the magnitude of the task before her. "I'll assemble a team immediately," she said, her fingers already dancing across unseen interfaces. "We'll be ready to depart within the hour." As Dr. Vex prepared for her journey, Taylor turned his attention to the battle raging at the edge of Krolthak space. He opened a channel to Admiral Steele's flagship. "Admiral, hold your position. Reinforcements are en route," Taylor ordered, his voice carrying the weight of command. "We have a potential game-changer in play. I need you to buy us time." Steele's hologram nodded grimly. "Understood, sir. We'll hold the line." Taylor then contacted Colonel Boyd's infiltration team. "Colonel, your mission parameters have changed. Stand by for new intel that could turn the tide of this battle." With his orders given, Taylor redirected Earth's resources, coordinating a massive logistical effort to support both the fleet and the infiltration team. Shipyards worked overtime, churning out fresh supplies and replacement vessels. Research facilities across the planet diverted all their efforts to analyzing the Krolthak threat. Meanwhile, Dr. Vex and her team of specialists boarded a sleek, experimental vessel equipped with the latest stealth technology. As they engaged their FTL drive, the stars blurred into streaks of light. Days passed in tense silence as Dr. Vex's ship navigated the treacherous currents of deep space. Finally, they arrived at the coordinates provided by the Guardians, a swirling nebula of ethereal beauty. As they approached, a hidden structure revealed itself amidst the cosmic gases. Dr. Vex gasped as she took in the alien architecture, its curves and angles defying human understanding. The moment they docked, the team was greeted by the Guardians, beings of pure energy that seemed to float and dance in the air around them. Dr. Vex stepped forward, her voice filled with awe and willpower. "We've come seeking your knowledge, Gansim," she said. "Our civilization and countless others hang in the balance." The Guardian's response came not in words, but in a flood of images and sensations that filled their minds. Dr. Vex and her team reeled as they absorbed the information. "The Krolthak," Dr. Vex whispered, her eyes wide with understanding. "They were never meant to be a threat. They were your creation, a self-replicating terraforming system." The Guardians confirmed her words, their energy forms pulsing with what could only be described as regret. They showed the humans visions of the Krolthak's original purpose and how they had evolved beyond their programming, becoming a threat to all organic life. As the exchange of information continued, Dr. Vex found herself standing before a holographic display of a device unlike anything she had ever seen. The Guardians explained its purpose, a failsafe designed to shut down the Krolthak's central hive mind. Dr. Vex's fingers flew over her datapad, recording every detail of the device's schematics. "This could work," she murmured, her mind already calculating the possibilities. But it would need to be activated from within the core of their largest space station. With the crucial information in hand, Dr. Vex transmitted the data back to Earth. Taylor received the transmission, his face grim as he realized the dangerous nature of the mission ahead. At the front lines, Admiral Steele's fleet executed a daring maneuver. Concentrating their firepower on a single point in the Krolthak energy barrier, they unleashed a barrage of advanced weaponry. The combined strength of Earth's technology and that of their allies created a temporary breach in the seemingly impenetrable defenses. "Now's our chance," Steele barked into the comms. "Strike team, you have your opening. Make it count." Colonel Boyd's team, their exosuits primed and weapons hot, launched through the breach. They fought their way through waves of Krolthak drones, their hybrid weapons proving devastatingly effective against the alien defenses. As they penetrated deeper into Krolthak territory, Boyd's team finally reached the central core of the massive space station. What they found there left them in awe. A vast organic supercomputer that pulsed with alien life. "This is it," Boyd breathed, her voice filled with a mixture of wonder and perseverance. "This is the heart of the Krolthak. Let's end this." As Boyd's team began setting up the Guardian device, alarms blared throughout the station. The Krolthak, sensing the threat to their very existence, launched a desperate counterattack. Outside, Admiral Steele's fleet found itself surrounded by an overwhelming force of Krolthak warships that seemed to materialize from the very fabric of space. The situation appeared dire until Taylor, coordinating from Earth, implemented a strategy born of human ingenuity and alien technology. With a few keystrokes, Taylor activated a network of hidden FTL comboys. Instantly, every ship in the Allied fleet became interconnected, allowing for a level of coordination never before seen in space combat. The effect was immediate and stunning. The Allied fleet moved with perfect synchronization, each vessel acting as part of a single, massive organism. They danced through space, outmaneuvering the numerically superior Krolthak forces with a grace that belied the chaos of battle. Inside the space station, Colonel Boyd and her team made their last stand. Waves of Krolthak drones crashed against their defenses as the Guardian device hummed to life. Lieutenant Kira Yoshida, her exosuit crackling with damaged systems, looked at her commander with grim tenacity. "Ma'am," Yoshida said, her voice steady despite the dire circumstances. "My suit's core is unstable. I can use it to overload the station's power systems. It might buy us the time we need." Boyd met her lieutenant's eyes, understanding passing between them. With a nod, Yoshida charged towards the station's power core, her damaged suit leaving a trail of sparks behind her. As Yoshida's sacrifice bought them precious seconds, the Guardian device reached full power. A pulse of energy rippled outward, cascading through the Krolthak network. Across the battlefield, Krolthak ships and drones suddenly powered down, their central hive mind severed. The energy barrier that had defined Krolthak's space for so long dissipated, revealing the true extent of their domain. As the Allied forces looked out upon the newly revealed expanse, a sense of awe and victory washed over them. In the aftermath of the battle, as reports of their success flooded in, Taylor stood in the command center on Earth, his posture straight despite the exhaustion that threatened to overwhelm him. He looked out at the holographic displays showing the celebrations erupting across the planet and beyond. The galaxy had changed, and humanity's place in it had been forever altered. As Taylor prepared to address the people of Earth and their alien allies, he knew that this was not an end, but a beginning. The challenges and opportunities that lay ahead would shape the destiny of all spacefaring races for generations to come.
You have reached the end of the story. If you enjoyed this story and want to support us, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and for every comment that says 88, I will heart every single one of them. Thank you for your time.